I'm Mark Wilkinson. I'm an architectural technologist and I'm a design director for Vista Architecture, which is part of Collier's CRE. Day to day, it's really about how, putting a design together and producing some documentation so that somebody can actually build it at the end, and hopefully it turns out how you want it to turn out. It is an incredibly satisfying profession. To be given a brief and sketch something out, and then maybe 6 months to a year later actually see it finished is just an incredible feeling of satisfaction. When I was younger, I wanted to be a sort of professional sportsman, but by good fortune, my stepfather's best mate was a partner in a local architectural practice, and I was particularly taken with him because he had a yellow Lotus at the time, and I was really into cars at a young age, and he sorted out some summer work for me. I really took to it, really enjoyed it, and I got offered a job there, so I knew that when school finished I had a job to go into. I was always sort of encouraged to try and do something, a profession, but I think because I was a bit lazy at school, my mum was maybe a bit concerned, so I think maybe this sort of opportunity to work was sort of instigated in the background, but once I did it I just thought, wow, yeah, this is for me. I was taken under the wing of one very senior chap at this firm who was a brilliant artist. I mean, his drawings were just amazing. I recall actually being asked to trace a drawing in the days of tracing paper and rotring pens. I had to trace one of his drawings, and on the 6th time he told me it was good enough, and each time he ripped it up. And it sounds harsh, but I now look back, I mean, my quality of drawing is excellent. Some of the youngsters who come in just start on the computer, they can't write, their freehand writing's poor, the quality of drawing's poor, but to me that was the way to do it. I then at that time joined a practice in London, quite a large practice, working on conservation projects. I worked on the Foreign and Commonwealth Office refurbishment, Natural History Museum. I did some work at the Science Museum. I had, at one point, I had the highest level security clearance in our office and had to stand in for our boss at a meeting because he didn't have the same clearance as me, which was rather daunting. That was a Ministry of Defence project we were working on. So yeah, that was quite a good time in my career. I think it was 1999 we started working for a client car dealer group, and it turned out it was going to be a new car showroom for Porsche. And when we finished the project, as a joke they gave me that little car, but I ended up buying a car from them. It was the cheapest one they had at the time. It was my pride and joy. One of my hobbies is renovating properties, and most of the houses that I've owned have been old and in need of improvement or repair, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. And again, that's probably one of the reasons why I like to talk to people on site. I like to ask Tyler why is he doing that like that, because it doesn't just help me in my career, it helps me when I'm at home doing my property renovation. Perhaps what I'd like to do is earn enough money to retire quite young and buy a house somewhere and gut it and rebuild it somewhere hot, and then just enjoy my life, enjoy the fruits of my labour, as it were.